Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Let me just zoom that in there. So today we're going to be going over something that I've mentioned to most of you during our first call, and this is attraction versus arousal. Now, there is a very big difference between these two things because many guys are attractive, but they're not arousing. You know, picture the nice guy who's been to college, university, got a good job, dresses like smart but not cool, got a shit boring haircut, maybe wears glasses, very low body count, if not a virgin, parents love him, everyone says he's such a nice guy, be a great fit for some girl, the parents would love you, this sort of bullshit. If you're described as this, you may be attractive, but you're not arousing. You don't turn her on. Now, this is something you must learn to master. And I want to plug my headphones in here so you can really hear what I'm saying. But yeah, you must learn to master this, because if you're not arousing to her, she will forever see you as this long-term provider, this basically bitch that she can use and abuse for his resources, his energy, his time. You don't want to be this. Let me plug you in, if I can find the hole. So, hopefully you can hear me. I'm going to be very annoyed if you can't hear me. Is there a way to test this? Who knows? Anyway, let's get on. So, yeah. If you want the best from her, you must truly learn what she wants and what turns her on, because when a hot guy walks in the room, everybody knows, or all the girls know. They all sit up straight, they stand up straight, they go, oh my God, look at this guy. You know, and I said this, and you will know you're this guy when they have these sort of reactions to you, and you must be able to elicit these reactions from her, because if you walk in a room and nobody glances at you or feels this energy coming from you, you, my friend, are not that guy. Now, you must become this guy if you want the best from her. When you walk in a room, you must command presence. You must give off an aura, give off energy that makes people turn around and go, who the fuck is this guy? And there's certain things that go into this that will allow you to do this. And everyone's seen one of these guys before, knows what these guys look like. So, yeah, most of us have had an experience where we're either, well, you probably aren't that guy, but you've at least seen one of these guys before. They're charismatic, they draw you in, etc., etc. So, what doesn't turn her on? What makes you not arousing? Being dorky and needy. So, you know those guys who kind of embrace being a bit weird and like nerdy and like, I'm just so nerdy, I love Star Wars. I like Star Wars, but I'm not going to fucking say it to a girl in a weird, dorky or needy way. I'm going to say it like, yeah, Star Wars is cool. I like Star Wars, yeah. That's it. You need to have this kind of cool guy persona if you want the best from women. Next thing is not understanding her desires. So, there's many things that she wants that she will never admit to you. And I'm talking about like sexual, dark fantasies that these women have. They want you to be ultra assertive, ultra dominant. She wants you to take the lead, take control, tell her what to do. Come here, go and get me that over there. Be a good girl and do this. I've been on several dates before where I've said to the girl, here's my card, be a good girl and go and get us a drink. And now you may think that's such a dickhead thing to say, like, how arrogant and egotistical to assume she'll do that. But what do these girls do? They go and fucking do it because I'm telling them to do it. And this is not about being this like ultra controlling guy. It's about being masculine and assertive and dominant, because this is what will cause you to get the best from her, because you do it in a playful way. I'm not saying get me a fucking drink. I'm saying be a good girl and go and get us some drinks. I'll even let you choose what drinks we're getting now. And she'll giggle and go, yeah, okay. And this has happened to me several times. Exactly what I do with my girlfriend. You know, I say to her, be a good girl and get your daddy a coffee. You know, I text her on this computer whilst I'm on these calls. Or maybe I just say to her in person, I say, do your daddy a favour and get him a sandwich, get him a drink. Just playful ways to phrase things. The next thing is being socially uncalibrated. So this is about just being an awkward guy. Now, I know a lot about being an awkward guy because I was an awkward guy through most of my life, and I genuinely thought I was autistic. I'm not. Well, I've not been tested, so maybe I am, but yeah. You know those guys who just don't understand social cues, they're just a bit awkward, you can't really speak to them very well, they just look dead inside, they're visibly uncomfortable. Don't be this guy. Become comfortable being uncomfortable and do what I've told you in other videos, which is to go out and flirt with the world. Start being more sociable, because the better you become at socializing, the better your female dating interactions will go. Because let's say you go and approach a group of girls on a bar, or you cold approach somebody, or you're even on a date, and you just seem awkward and weird. What is she going to do? She's going to go from like this, sat neutrally, to fucking pulling herself back and like saying, get away from me, mate, you're fucking weird. So I hope you enjoyed that training video on being attractive versus arousing, the do's and don'ts. You just watched the video, you know what I said. That video was taken from my training platform on my school platform. Now, if you want access to this, there is a 7-day free trial before you pay anything, where you can watch every single training video I have, which covers mindset mastery, your communication, body language, your dating apps, your approaching, escalation, literally every process involved in dating. This is 10 years worth of my knowledge and all my experience in one place where you can become the best dater possible. So if you're interested in that, go to my description. Until the next video, guys, I will see you all later. Next thing is not mastering your body language and eye contact. Now, I've covered these in different videos, so I'm not going to go too in depth. But obviously, if you can't maintain good eye contact and you're just awkward and can't hold your ground and have this frame control, then obviously you're not going to do very well. You need to be able to stand there confidently and look her in the eyes and smirk and talk to her and not be all awkward and fidgety and all this bullshit. Stop doing it. Next thing is not having that it factor. Now, if you ever used to watch like America's Got Talent or Britain's Got Talent or The X Factor or any of these sort of whatever kind of shows these are called, like performance shows, there's some people who just have it. They just have the it factor. You need to develop the it factor. Now, you certainly can develop the it factor. And you develop the it factor by thinking you have the it factor, by walking in and having this like arrogant smirk on your face. When you talk to people saying, hi, what's your name? Okay, yeah, my name's Matthew. Nice to meet you, yeah. I couldn't help but notice you over there. You know, I noticed you wearing the world's brightest dress, you know, so I had to come over and say something and tell you that you're wearing the world's brightest dress. Yeah. Where are you from again? Yeah. Okay, nice, yeah. And it's like stuff like this, you know. Obviously, I'm playing a bit of a character there, but that is exactly what you do. When you go into these social situations, you will learn to play a bit of a character, which it is you, but it's like a more exaggerated, amplified, more energetic version of yourself. There's a guy, I don't know what his name is, we studied this in sociology when I was at college, and basically there's this thing called face theory, which is the idea that everyone wears masks. Wherever we go, we have a mask or character that we wear for different people. You know, for your parents, for your family, for your sister, brother, girls, friends, we all act slightly differently, and these are our masks that we put on. Now, you should develop a mask for dating and for social interactions where you come to life. You're more energetic, you're more flirtatious, you're more fun, you're more outgoing. I'm quite an introverted guy. I can be very extroverted when I'm around the right kind of people, and let's say I put my mask on, I become very extroverted, but generally I'm like, I can sit by myself for days and not even care. So what I do when I go to social events and dates and things like this is I put my mask on and I come to life. I become the life of the party. And by doing this, I get better results. So yeah, so next thing is low confidence. So no belief in yourself or having low self-esteem. Now, you genuinely have to think you are that guy. Now, you have to earn your stripes first, of course, but you also have to like genuinely believe, I'm that fucking guy. I can get girls. I can do this. Men respect me. And the way you do this is by watching the Ultimate Man Guide or Becoming the Ultimate Man, whatever I call that video, because a lot of it is like lots of small things that you put together that make you believe you are that guy. So like your physique, the things you wear, like I'm wearing a button-down dress shirt here because it looks nice, it looks sexy. Watch, tattoos, jewelry, this sort of thing. The fresh haircut, I get this fade done every single week, you know, and I have like curly, messy hair that's brushed to the side, slightly receding, but I'm working on it. Yeah, you know, all these things that come together. You groom yourself, you either have the beard or the goatee or the clean shave, you do your eyebrows, all these different things that give you the belief that you are this confident guy. The next thing is being boring. Like, you don't have to have a ton of hobbies to be this fun guy. What you do have to do is master communication and conversations. And the way you do that is by making it about them. You make observations, you make statements, you ask, and I'm going to teach you this in a second here, you know, whereas, you know, mastering the art of give and take. So basically when you're doing this give and take, you ask them a question, you know, where are you from, what do you do? But then rather than going, yeah, nice, cool, and then they say to you, where are you from? And then you answer, and then the conversation goes dead. This 20 questions that most people get themselves into, it's very boring and it's not going to serve you very well. So what you must do is do the give and take. And this is how you learn to be not boring. And the give and take is like, you ask the question and then you make an observation, you make a statement. Where are you from? I'm from New York City. Okay, wow, well, I better keep my distance from you then because I know you guys there are fucking crazy. Yeah, am I right? Yeah, I have heard this a few times, yeah. Do I need to wear my stab vest right now or my fucking bulletproof vest? Something like that. She'll laugh and giggle and go, haha, no, I'm one of the more tame ones. Okay, cool, yeah. So how long have you been in New York City for? My entire life. What? Your entire life? Are you sure I don't need to wear this stab vest? You know, I'm getting a bit nervous right now. You know, I'm a trained fighter mind, so I need to fight you. And it goes on from there, and it's like this fun, playful give and take. If you need more advice on this, then DM me on WhatsApp. But yeah, you can just see how this is way more fun than asking 20 questions. And what makes it believable is the body language, the tone of your voice, the eye contact. You know, you're not just saying, oh, wow, you're from New York. Should I wear a stab vest? You're going, you're from New York? Damn. Should I be wearing my stab vest right now? You know, maybe I should stay away from you. You know, I thought you were a bit crazy. I can see the look in your eyes. You look a bit, you know, tapped. This sort of thing. So how do you arouse her? Like I've been saying, acting like you are that guy, walking around with that fucking Conor McGregor swagger, not literally swinging your arm. You know, everyone's seen the video of him doing all this shit. You can't really see me, but you know what I mean. You need to have this kind of confidence where you're walking somewhere and you look around and you go, yeah, I am that fucking guy. When I walk into a bar or a restaurant, I will gaze around. I'll look around with my girl behind me, look everyone in the eyes, like confidently. I'll greet the waiter, table for two, Matthew Hyman, you know, however I've booked the table. I'll then lead my girl in. I'll put her down. I'll seat her in the chair, and I'm like looking around very confidently. You know, I'm taking my jacket off. I'm sitting down. You know, very confident, acting like I am that fucking guy. And the more you do this, the more it becomes natural to you. So, slowed movement and speech. The slower you move and the slower you speak, the more confident you will seem. And the more in control you will seem. The guy who's very nervous and skittish, he's like this. And now, I'm not saying move so slowly and talk so slowly, you seem like you have a learning disability, but, you know, I will talk like this when I'm speaking to women. I will speak like this. I can't demonstrate how I move, but you get the idea. Intense eye contact. So what I want to remind you to do with this is to use the 80-20 rule. So when it comes to eye contact, you want to be giving them very intense eye contact. So, you know, you're looking her in the eyes, talking to her, going, yeah, very interesting. But then every so often, when you're talking to her with this like subtle smirk on your face, with a certain tone of voice, you know, masculine tone of voice, you'll then like look away and then you'll come back, you know, smirking again. And it's showing her that you're not so needy and desperate that you have to maintain this eye contact 100% of the time. But then you come away, you break this eye contact and you come back and she'll get all nervous. I fucking promise you. Look at her like this and just talk to her. And then every so often just do this and go, yeah, so I'm actually from here, yeah, so, okay, yeah. And she'll be like getting all blushed and all nervous. Yeah, subtle smirks when you look at her. And looking like a man who means business when you go about your day. You know, when you're with her and engaging with her, you have this like smirk on your face. Not too obviously, but like subtly. But then when you're not with her, and when you're just walking around and going about your day, you're like, means business now. I'm not saying be like this, but be more like quite serious, stoic, quite stern, walking around like assertive, dominant. Like, I'm getting shit done. I am that fucking guy. You know, start adopting the frame of someone who is actually important. The more you act like you are this guy, the more people will treat you like you are this guy. And the way you do this is like slight arrogance. Women are only going to take you seriously when you have this air of confidence. And the way you demonstrate this air of confidence is with slight arrogance. You know, make arrogant jokes, talk in an arrogant way with a smirk on your face so she knows you're joking. This sort of thing, you know. It's the same way you'll talk with your buddies. Like they'll say, oh, I can beat your ass at any game. Fucking try me, mate. You would never beat me at this. It's this kind of thing. You might say to that like New York City girl, you know what? I'm going to offer you a fight right now. Let's see if you're from New York City. Let's see how hard you are. Put your hands up. We'll do a fight right now. But I promise you, when you start crying, you better tap out. Otherwise, I won't stop. This kind of arrogance. So yeah, watch my Becoming the Ultimate Man video. And the next thing I want to go over is amuse mastery. So you want to act like you are the master of the situation. So this is one of the game techniques that I teach guys and yourself. And you'll see this in one of my game videos. So let's say a girl's saying to you, you know, oh, I don't really go out clubbing. I don't really go out partying. What you would say in this situation is like, oh, of course you don't. Yeah, no, I fully believe you. And you're giving this idea of like, I've been here before. I've done it. Imagine you're on a date, and this used to happen to me all the time. Girls would say to me, I don't usually go home with guys on a first date after they've came home with me. Or, you know, I don't usually kiss guys on the first date after they kiss me. And I would go, yeah, of course you haven't. I fully believe you. Stephanie, I can fully believe you would never go home with a guy on the first date. And they'll be like, yeah, shut up. You know, I promise you I haven't. And you'll be like, no, I believe you. I can fully see you're like a virgin from the appearance of things. And things like that. You know, you're giving her the impression that you've been here before, you've done a million dates, you know what she's going to say, you know exactly how she's going to act, and she can't fool you. And yeah, we've already covered this. So that in a nutshell is how to be arousing and stop being so attractive, because you should be attractive, but you should also be arousing. And when you combine the two, you will get the best from her. And when you get the best from her, she'll do all these things that you want her to do, and she won't leave you. So until the next video, boys, see you all later.